when I say DC needs to copy Marvel's formula for movies, do it with the shows as well. Like intertwine, make a Hawkman show.
Yeah, just not the CW shows.
No. Those are
stop with the CW.
No, that whole universe.
I'm begging you.
They are not that bad.
Oh my God, you swear.
The Flash was good.
For a motherfucker who comes on here and bitches every week about CGI, you really
The
out
Flash
here
is
standing.
good. Justin, have you seen The Flash?
Yeah.
It's all right,
The
ain't it?
CW shows are. I wasn't really big into DC.
They got you into it, didn't it?
The Arrow is what got me.
Arrow. I couldn't get past
My name is
the
Oliver
first
Queen,
season.
and for 5 years I've been trapped. That shit
Dude, that's
was
better than I'm Barry Allen and I'm the fastest man alive. Every
well,
fucking
don't go
episode.
advertising that, honey. You keep that shit to you keep that shit a surprise.
Up in the sky, wonder, and our place in the stars.
It's a robot. And she's a goddamn robot. You are a toy!
My motto is, if you want to win the lottery, you have to make the money to buy a ticket.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Movie House Next Door. I'm Sherrod.
And I'm Noah.
I'm Justin.
You got Sean on the sound. What's up, Noah? How are you?
I'm good.
You
a little
good?
tired.
Yeah, we heard. DC swings and misses for the last 10 plus years, or ever since I would say ever since the DCEU got introduced with Superman,
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Yeah. The track record hasn't been received very well, and you got Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman. Very underwhelming films. Then you got Suicide Squad with the one with Will Smith.
Yeah.
That bombed. Then
Jared Leto.
Yeah. And then you get another rendition of the Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
Which was a lot better.
Yeah.
What else you have? That's
Wonder Woman, 2 of them.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Misogynist.
Which the first one was highly overrated to me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was.
And the second one, I feel like might be a little bit. It was still bad.
Yeah.
But was it as bad?
Yeah, I seen both of them. The second one was better. And then you get Shazam, which surprisingly was very good.
I like Shazam, yeah.
Shazam was really good.
Yeah.
Before Shazam was ever in the talks, the script villain was supposed to be Black Adam. And I think it was around 2014 when they were in talks of The Rock playing Black Adam, because he came out personally and said, I'm a huge fan of Black Adam and I want to play him. And at that time, The Rock was on fire. He had movies after movies after movies. So I don't think he really had time to do the movie, but the studio held out and was like, you know what? We're not going to make you a villain in Shazam. We're going to give you your own movie, which I'm a huge Black Adam fan. And I was very excited when The Rock wanted to do that. Because he has the look. He just has the look.
Is he Egyptian at all?
No, he's not. He's not.
Interesting.
I think he's like Samoan or something like that.
Interesting.
But roots.
Taking away work from Egyptians.
Everybody's from Africa. Everybody's from Africa.
They were going to cast Garjo, so I think.
Oh, that would have been a better fit, I feel.
And so with that, with them giving his own movie, it was supposed to come out in 2021, but filming got cut short because of COVID.
Miss Corona?
Yes.
I forgot he was in a lot of movies at that time too. When I mentioned he was in Rampage,
Jumanji.
That That's only 2, but there are more, I promise.
He was in the Fast and Furious franchise, that Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, I forget all about those movies.
The Rock, he's the biggest movie star on the planet. Surpassed Will Smith as that, because Will Smith was that guy before.
Yeah, I guess.
Even before the slap.
I guess it's surprising because The Rock like isn't that good of an actor.
No, we're going to talk about that too.
Yeah.
But the movie we're talking about just released. It'll be out around 2 weeks by the time this comes out. So this is a spoiler. Black Adam. Highly anticipated. I was really excited about it, and I don't think it disappointed at all.
No, I was really excited about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily because I'm a Black Adam fan, but I just love Hawkman and Cyclones. I was like, yes!
Yeah. The cameos, even in the trailer, before anybody saw a look at this film, I was excited.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, that was, and great. I thought it was great casting with, was it Brosnan? Phil Brosnan? That's his name, yeah.
Oh, the actor for Dr. Fate?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's his name. He was 007.
I know Noah Centineo was Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
Which he was like, he got his thing on Netflix, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then I know The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah. But that all that's not important.
Yeah.
The movie's what's important. So Black Adam, for people who don't know or are unfamiliar with the character, he was an Egyptian slave that was taken over by like a military militia back then to mine this mineral that helps power the crown of Saba.
Yeah.
And his family was mutilated, killed, and he was given the power of the gods and comes back 5,000 years later for his revenge or whatever. He's an angry guy.
Yeah.
Very angry guy.
Edgy boy.
Very. Quick story about when I went to the movies last night to see this. So I like to sit up on the top row, middle top row every time.
Yeah.
And people just started coming in, and I people watch. So I just noticed black guy sat on the top row. This whole black family sat on the top row. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I just saw nothing but black people just coming in. And I was just like, do they think this is Black Panther?
Oh, you're so stupid.
Dude, I was laughing. So I asked the guy beside me, I was like, did you mistake this as Black Panther? And he started laughing. He goes, no, man. He goes, y'all know each other? I go, dude, I don't know anybody on this road. And he looked at me. He goes, man, people going to think we having a damn family reunion in this bitch. I just started laughing, but I thought it was a funny ass story.
So you think that just because the character has black in his name? Wow.
Yes, I do. But that's even the star power of The Rock, because I asked the lady beside me, I was like, what made you come see this movie, like, other than your kids? And she was like, The Rock. And I was like, well, there you go right there.
Like, are you dumb?
And in my mind, I was like, man, he's just got star power. Like, even if this movie bombed, they're going to make $100 million just because he's in it.
He like worked so hard to promo it.
Exactly. Yeah. So the beginning of the movie, slaves in Egypt 5,000 years ago, this king was mining for this crown, and it's the crown of Shaba.
They're mining the material to make the crown.
Yeah. So this crown is like from the underworld of the gods.
I think they said like 6 demon lords.
Yeah.
Which I counted them because I was like, okay, so that's like one like piece of the crown for each demon lord, but there were only like 5 points.
Directors,
okay.
fuck up.
Well, it's like, I thought it was like, that'd be cute. You know,
Drop the ball on this one, DC. Fuck.
God, the whole movie's ruined now.
So it's this little kid, which we're gonna give away the spoiler at the end, but there's this kid, he's like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm sick of being a fucking slave.
Yeah.
One of the elderly people found the mineral, gave it to one of the guards, and he
like, I want my king. The king was gonna give me a reward.
Yeah. And this guy, right in front of the kid, throws this fucking old ass man off this cliff. I'm
well,
like,
he stabs him and he goes, the king senses. Like,
yeah.
Thanks. And then throws him off the cliff.
And
like,
the kid's just like, fuck this shit for real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really, I'm sick of this shit. Like, I'm trying to get my people free. We need to get the fuck up out of here. This motherfucker takes the mineral from the fucking guard, climbs this fucking mountain, and for those who watching, he kind of makes a symbol like this and that.
The Illuminati.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hollywood, baby. we gotta brainwash these kids. But I guess to those people, that was a symbol of freedom or of hope or whatever. So the king is like, fuck this shit. Takes this kid, is about to sacrifice him, like
he's about to make an example of all these other
example.
slaves.
And right before he's about to chop his fucking head off, he vanishes and gets sent to the world of the gods, and they crowned him courageous and brave, all that, the hero
wizards,
shit. The hero shit. Yeah, you gotta have to be a hero. So they gave him the power of the gods, which is the same power SHAZAM holds.
Yeah.
And you even have to say the SHAZAM to transform in and out. 5,000 years later, the same shit is pretty much going on in the cities, just in modern times.
Yeah, the city was being taken over by this
military militia.
Yeah. From outside of the country,
of
as
course,
it usually goes.
Taking advantage of the people, mining the resources, taking the shit away, doing what, I don't want to say America, but
But you said it.
Doing what first world countries do to lower countries, third world countries. So there's this archaeologist, her name is Isis. She was pretty much fucking Tomb Raider.
Was that her name, Isis?
Yes, her name was Isis, yeah.
Did they say her name?
No, I just looked it up. That was her name. They barely said her fucking name.
Well, okay, so because they had changed the origin from the movie, from the comic.
Yeah.
Because then that's when because I just assumed that they didn't want to do the original comic.
Yeah.
Because his wife's name was Isis. And so I was like, they're like, I guess the word is just triggering. So they don't want to do that, which that might have been it. And maybe that's why I didn't say her name at all.
That's a good point. But yeah, she when I said Tomb Raider, when I said it in my mind, she literally had the same shit Tomb Raider had on.
So you're jumping around too.
So she's an archaeologist, and she's all about her people. She's wanted. She is trying to find hope, and the hope is to go to the mountain where Teth Adam, would be at. So hopefully she can bring freedom to her people as well, like they did 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So she goes to this ancient mountain.
Which, honestly, how did nobody else find that before?
Yeah, just loopholes. Yeah.
Like they were really just like, yeah, I found this area. Turns out nobody else has found it before.
And it's pretty
but
wide
they're really
open.
close to. Literally a giant hole.
It's pretty wide open. And it's like, for this military militia not to find that
to
all
be mining
this time
everywhere around the country, but not this one giant mountain that's been kept untouched.
Right. And even when they get into the cave, it's it's not like they have to go through this maze to find anything.
Yeah,
it's like
they're just
right
walking
there.
through.
It's
And
like
she's
right
like,
there.
I can read all of this.
It's just like line, square, bar, line.
It's fucking hieroglyphs.
It's this way.
She's like, magic was given to men, but their hearts were too corrupt. He's like, read this, bitch. It's like a whole paragraph, and she reads like 3 words. She's like, all right, we're done.
It says the crown's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
It's like, we're close.
And one of the guys who is with her ends up being like, the villain at the end of the movie. You can tell like,
oh yeah,
his voice and demeanor just changes, and you're like,
he just looks like a little
he's gonna be a
creeper.
villain.
Yeah. He just looked at it and he goes, oh, we need fresh air. Now where's the crown?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
okay, bro. And she's like, oh, it's this way.
Yeah, and I was just like, did you not pay it? Did you not read the room?
Yeah.
His energy changed.
It's like, he disappeared. Your friend went to go look for him. He's back. Your friend's gone. Like, we need to stop playing switcheroo here.
It's funny as fuck. And I want to say, mind you, the character, the ISIS character, it was just basic acting. Just just get through it.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to just say your lines and that's it. No
She's
emotion.
Like, 2 takes and we're done.
Yeah, pretty much. And so this bitch pretty much jumps in the fucking air and gets the crown, and she, has the fucking power of a god in her hand pretty much. But they don't know how it works.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the main focuses on the crown. Is like people really don't know how it works, because we'll get to that a little later. So they capture her, about to shoot her fucking brains out. And then that's when with her magical reading, she can just read every fucking thing.
On the second time watching it, I noticed that whenever she's down there,
Mm-hmm.
on the like tombstone thing, her necklace, that was her heirloom, she was talking about in the car.
Yeah.
It starts to glow whenever the floor is glowing. So I think that's the only reason why it opened.
Oh, okay.
Was because she had the material.
Oh, she was probably a descendant of his family then.
She said that she got it from her grandma who lived in Kandak.
Okay, gotcha.
Whenever it was free.
Gotcha. So she says this little chant and says Shazam, and this mysterious figure just appears.
Yeah, because she's like fluent in this like dead dialect.
And of course, surprise, it's Will Smith. No, I'm just right. It was The Rock.
He doesn't talk for like a solid 15 minutes.
I like that too. I love that shit too. We're just gonna jump into the action scenes in this fucking movie. I would say giving Marvel a run for its money on this action, because it was DC to the core. Just like no blood. There was no blood. I didn't see any blood throughout the movie. But
he was evaporating people.
Exactly. I mean, great excuse on why there's not blood, but
yeah,
it was straight up murder, like slaughtering people, and I love that shit.
The entire time. And he gave no fucks whatsoever. Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah. Like, I don't even know where the fuck he was trying to go. Like, he was just moving.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck.
He said, oh, there's people.
Exactly.
Time to kill them.
Pretty much. And Justin, when you see this movie, I promise you, the action was grade A. Little cornies on the speed scenes when everything slows down. We've seen that a million times.
Yeah. And also, he was flying at the same speed that he was whenever he was moving in slow motion.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are you flying so slow,
it's
bro?
kind of, I guess it is kind of difficult to interpret that on screen.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It's like in the slow motion scenes, he's like just moving. But then whenever you're not in the slow motion scene, he's like really going.
But the slow motion scene, it was your basic, like, everything's just at a standstill,
But
and he's just
moving like normal
moving
speed.
and like, you know, it making the bullet go this way instead of what, you know, that was really basic. But after all that, and then the music,
But they were explosions.
and then the music was kind of cheesy too, but it was done right. It's a superhero film.
I want it painted black.
Yeah.
I love that song.
It was.
I sang it twice in the theater. Both times. I was like, yes.
So the action for me was, you know, next level to me.
You could tell they picked that song because it had the word black in it.
Of course. That's why black people went to go see it.
Oh my God.
The Justice Society.
Yeah. Not of America.
Yeah. I noticed that too. They not America said we're not putting that shit on us at all.
Well, it shows up with Amanda Waller. Well, Carter Hall is watching all of the destruction that Black Adam had done to pretty much the cartel.
Yeah. I really wanted to get your opinion on the character selection for the Justice Society.
I mean, it was pretty much slim pickings, but I liked that. That was cool. Atom Smasher was obviously there for like comedic relief,
of course.
But I loved Cyclone. I love Hawkman. Dr. Fate's pretty cool too. So I thought it was a pretty solid thing. Obviously, they didn't want a jam-packed film,
right?
And they did really good with that. So.
I thought they did a great job, and for the first time ever, I've sat down and watched the DC movie, and I said, they're doing what I said to do for this. Follow Marvel's formula, but do your own style.
Yeah.
And it was, to me, it was just a classic DC. They explain without explaining too much. These are the characters. Who gives a fuck about their background story?
Yeah, like we don't need that right now.
Exactly. And with them focusing on a villain and then just slowly introducing the superheroes of this world. I love the way they did that. They did that perfectly. They need to keep that same energy with Shazam, the future Batman films, and the future Superman films is slowly introduced so you can build up to a Justice League.
It's like we don't need all of our questions answered.
Right.
As soon as we see it on the screen.
Exactly. And with Amanda Waller.
What? Like, this bitch is, she has her hands in it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, okay, is this before she turned? Like, does she have two different divisions now?
Is this before this bitch killed the entirety of two of her squads? Like, this bitch just kills everyone. It's like, why is she still in the government?
So I'm just like, okay, so she has a legit operation that she has.
I mean, the Suicide Squad was always kind of like under the books.
Right.
But what the fuck does she have to do with the Justice Society?
That's what I'm saying. And is this before the Justice League? Are they just like trying to build a team to counter the Justice League like they do in the comics? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure Ezra Miller will have our answers next year with the Flash. So many good things about this fucking movie, man. I'm so excited just to fucking even talk about it. One of the best action scenes I thought is when the Justice Society met up with Black Adam in that big fight.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, when he like created that illusion. And it was just,
he just looks so majestically floating around. It was very beautiful.
And then just out of nowhere, just boom.
Yeah.
That was fucking, I was just like, hell fucking yeah, dude. That was beautiful. Beautifully fucking done. It was really good. I'm excited because I'm like, I want every film to be like this.
Yeah, the fight scenes were very well put together.
Now, were you surprised about the plot twist?
Which one?
There's
like two.
Well, the one where we find out that this Black Adam isn't the Black Adam that history has known him for.
Teth Adam.
Teth Adam, yeah.
I was surprised. I had watched it with the first time I had watched it with my coworker Jimmy. If you're watching, thank you for accompanying me. I forced you to come, and if you're watching, Kirby, fuck you, because I tried to get you to go with me. And how was DayZ, loser?
Yeah, fuck you, Kirby.
But in the beginning scene, with the little boy and his dad comes and like pushes him away, Jimmy like goes in and he goes, "Notice how they deliberately don't show his face?" And I was like, who gives a fuck?
I noticed that too, but you get distracted by
that's a lot
everything. Yeah, I mean, they tell it right at a perfect time where you're just like, I should have saw that coming.
Yeah,
and I didn't. So it turned out that this Black Adam wasn't that little boy. It was actually the little boy's father. After the little boy did inherit the power of the gods.
Of Shazam, yeah.
Of Shazam. And he was a champion of his people.
Mm-hmm.
But then his father got sick.
Well, they were going to, they had killed his mom.
Yeah.
And I think they were going to kill him next.
Right. I think he was wounded.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He was wounded. Yes, right. He was wounded. And his son came to him and pretty much gave him his power so he could survive.
Yeah.
And literally the second after he fucking did it, they fucking killed the kid. Like they assassinated him. And that like sent Teth in a rage. His fucking family just died. Like right in front of him, was mutilated. So turns out in legend, he destroyed the king and started just...
He was about to destroy the whole city.
Well, he did. He did destroy the whole city. Or most of it.
Yeah.
In legend, in this story, Black Adam, he's a savior. He defeated the evil king, and from then on, he disappeared, and the land
they didn't
was...
know that it was him. I think they all thought that it was Teth.
That's what I'm saying.
Adam.
Yeah. And so what really happened was he destroyed the king, but with that, he destroyed most of the city and its people too. The gods...
And not out of justice, but
out of revenge, out of rage. And so God... Go ahead.
So after that scene, whenever the wizards are banishing him, you can see, because in Shazam, there's only the one wizard left.
Mm-hmm.
So then in that scene, whenever they're banishing him, you see the Rock's Adam.
Right.
He like kills, he like zaps all the other wizards, and that's the only one left. And he like does the final banishing shit.
And he was banished for over 5,000 years until he got let out. So you figure that out and you're just like, oh shit. Because, you know, from the time he starts talking, he says, "I'm no hero."
Yeah.
He admits it. I'm no hero. And he's surprised. He's like,
what do you mean, bro?
Pretty much.
Like, we all know the tales.
All know it. And he tells the truth. And Amanda Waller knows this information as well.
Yeah.
Some fucking how. Like,
somehow, yeah. Ancient text that they can also read.
That's...
Because that's what Hawkman says. He goes, we have access to ancient texts that told us the truth about what Black Adam did.
That's true. That's true. Continuing through this, I thought the dialogue was kind of cheesy sometimes. Yeah. I mean, The Rock didn't do much acting in this whole movie at all. Like, he had just a bunch of one-liners. I think the longest he talked when he was explaining on what really happened back then. He had
explaining his origin.
Right. He had no real monologue, no long notes. It's one-liners. Yeah, nodding his head, killing shit.
Yeah, like, he was like, "I will kill."
Right.
Goes off and kills things for 2 minutes.
the character Isis, she, like I said, she just said her lines. Character who played Dr. Fate, I was a little underwhelmed by Dr. Fate. I'm not gonna lie.
I just hated how they kept having the motherfucker take off the goddamn helmet. Which I guess
you
it's
have to,
like,
yeah.
I guess he's a known actor.
I mean, even when Hawkman was talking to you face to face, he got rid of his helmet, and I was kind of like, man, just keep it on.
Yeah.
Just keep it on.
Oh, that too. It's like, I need titties out, Hawkman. I need his tits out.
You know, he wasn't buff enough.
I don't give a fuck.
He wasn't buff enough. Like, I can tell he wouldn't. If he was on a Marvel regiment, they would have had his ass looking like
tits
Thor.
Out.
He's supposed to be. He wasn't buff enough to me. I was like, your next movie needs to, take some steroids or something. Need to look like.
And I wonder what they're gonna do exactly with his character too. Because even whenever he was like, death doesn't like worry me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so does he know that he reincarnates then? Or is he just arrogant?
Probably just arrogant, or probably arrogant at this point.
Yeah.
He's probably just arrogant. Another thing with Dr. Fate, they didn't have his eyes cut out.
In the in the mask. Yeah, the mask was very different, but I didn't mind it. It was like very sleek on one side, and then the other side had kind of like a scar looking design.
Yeah. I really didn't like the way he just told them what was gonna happen. Like, he didn't tell everybody like we're about to die, but I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, he was like, okay, fine. This is only you really beat it out of me.
You can
this
can
is
really
only your second time asking me, but yes, you're gonna die.
He was just there he was the wise old man that just kind of guided the team. Like, he really had no real just leadership. You could tell who the leader was off this. I don't know if this is a rogue or official government
Well, I guess there was just Hawkman and Dr. Fate, and then the other two
just came along.
Yeah, they were new recruits.
Cyclone.
Love her.
Cool.
Her outfit was super dope. I loved those scenes with the display of her powers. They were so cool. Like just seeing her in slow motion and just flying around the air. I loved every second of it.
I thought it was very graceful and elegant the way she just came down and just twirled.
It was like watching her dance. Whenever she jumps out of the jet too, she just like starts spinning automatically and then starts like dancing kind of. Right. It was so dope.
And with the Atom, you mentioned before, you said he was just there for comic relief. He definitely did not a goddamn thing.
He actually destroyed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Which, I mean, when you're a character who your only ability is to grow and shrink down to normal size.
Right.
How logistical is that ability?
Right. And if you're just a casual, like I say, if you're a Marvel fan and you don't really fuck with DC, you're probably gonna look at this and be like, "This is
Giant Man.
This is just a ripoff of Marvel. Every fucking character, Hawkman's Falcon. Like, you're probably gonna be saying that shit. But I promise you, it has the same feel, but it's a completely different feel. Yeah. And I bet you're wondering, is this a Black Adam movie or a fucking Justice League Society movie? That's what I was thinking at this point of the movie when they finally convince him to say Shazam and turn back to normal and go to prison. For a good 20 minutes, it was just them.
Which was a surprise to me because I honestly thought they were just going to be like 2 second cameos and they were out.
Yeah.
So whenever they were like throughout the whole film, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good surprise. And with Black Adam being locked up at this point in the movie, I'm just like, is this movie about to be over?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. But just like DC fashion, they're like, nah.
They're like, no, you got about another 30 minutes.
Yeah. Because I looked at the time, I was like, what the fuck?
You had your phone out in the theater?
I did. I fucking did. Fuck everybody around.
No etiquette. There is a guy the second time watching it. He brought his phone out, and I was like, "Excuse me." I started yelling. I said, "We're all trying to watch this movie. You're distracting us."
I have a fucking review. Do you know who the fuck I am?
Give me your phone. I'm gonna fucking like you subscribe. You're gonna have your phone out. Have it be the purpose.
So at that point in the movie, I'm literally like, damn, this is turned into like, maybe this is like a
bait and switch,
a preview of the Justice Society movie. I'm just like, damn, word the fuck. And turns out, I'm just gonna be brief with this. Turns out one of the henchmen or militia guys who they were working with,
the one who betrayed everyone.
One who betrayed everybody. He got the crown
or something like that.
He curly head.
Yeah,
at the jury curl. He got a hold of the crown, and inside of the crown, they kept misreading it through the whole movie. It said,
they had it like upside down or something like that.
It read,
through
life is the path of death. Through life is the path of death, or it was something along those lines. But like I'm saying, through history, they don't know how this crown works. So there's a whole underworld.
They just know the language.
Right. Turns out there's this whole underworld of the God's world.
Or the demons the demon lords that power the crown.
Pretty much. And so they misread it this whole time. Instead of life is the path to death is the path to life.
Yeah.
So you literally have to die with the crown on you.
So before
it works. And you are possessed by the spirit of,
I think it was Sabbath or something.
Yeah, that was his name. That's exactly what his name was.
Or
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Yeah. The spirit of Sabbath, which is just demon. It looks like Hellboy, pretty much. Do you know? I mean, I'm saying he looks like just like Hellboy, but
maybe like smaller.
He's this devil-like creature. Look kind of like
he gets like an inverted pentagram on his chest. He gets horns.
This devil guy. Look kind of like Raven's dad.
Trigon.
Yeah, look kind of like him, like a smaller version of him.
Yeah,
pretty sure they're probably from the same fucking place. But
Trigon's actually intergalactical demon.
Oh, sorry.
Interdimensional.
Fucking nerd.
Do you know that's why Raven was born on Earth, because he couldn't invade Earth? Duh.
Sorry.
He needed a vessel.
But they're just like, we need to call Black Adam. Like Dr. Fate is like getting his ass whooped. So he like,
I don't know if you played Injustice 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, after you like win a battle, you know how in those Mortal Kombat Injustice games, they like do a little thing. Whenever he was releasing Black Adam from his cell, he does one of the outro things.
Oh shit, I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, he does like the fire thing and then lifts up his head and it's like glowing shit. I saw that on Twitter.
That's like, awesome.
Oh.
That's awesome. So he like fucking astral projects his body to where Black Adam's locked up, like underwater. It's like an underwater prison.
Yeah.
And
Guantanamo Bay's older brother.
Yeah, that's surrounded by fucking Atlantis or some shit.
There were
like
so
that.
many other cells there too. So I was like, how many people / demigods do they have locked up here?
That's another reason I was excited. And when you seen all those
because it like zooms out of his.
Yeah.
And you see like so many other people.
Right. So he fucking finally escapes, fucks him up, does this, yay, superhero, blah, blah, blah. He beats the shit out of this guy, sends him, superhero shit.
Back to hell.
I'm rushing through this because I want to get to the end credit scene. He finally learns his lesson. He's like, my son.
Sorta.
Yeah, sorta. He's still a fucking asshole. He's still gonna fucking destroy shit.
Yeah.
But
He's like, I'm not done with the murder.
he knows his son wouldn't probably approve of his actions.
How he does things, yeah.
But he still wants to be loyal to his son and make him proud and still just stay in that land and protect those people.
Yeah.
And then there's the end credit scene. Which
Amanda Waller again. She got some big balls on her.
she really does. Like
Who really just go like, who are you?
But the big reveal, were you surprised?
Not really. Just because of that, especially whenever he's like, no one on this earth can stop me. She goes, well, bitch, always with the, I can call in a favor. How many people do you got favors with?
Well,
Because as far as I know, you out here murking your own damn team.
She really is.
Like, who's giving you these favors? And who's giving you a favor with Superman?
Superman. I thought it was gonna be the Martian. Because when she said not from this planet, I'm just like, it's not gonna be Superman. My dumbass went to Green Lantern. I was like, nah.
I knew that it was. I kind of knew that it was gonna be a Superman, just because The Rock on his press shit was also just like, I want to get him and Black Adam to fight. Even though that's not his main enemy, I want him to fight Superman so bad.
It's a very popular fight though in the comics.
It is, but
Good
like
story.
Also Black Adam's whole thing is that his abilities come from magic.
Right. He will beat the fuck out of Superman.
One of Superman's only weaknesses.
Yeah, well, that's when you bring in Shazam to counteract.
Captain Marvel. The OG Captain Marvel.
That's right.
Eat your heart out.
I was just really surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh shit. And it was
I thought
Henry
that it would have
Cavill,
been really dope if, obviously it's never going to happen in 2 quadrillion years. I would have thought that it was really cool if they would have brought in Power Girl instead though, because she's Kryptonian. She's not from Earth. She's not even from the main Earth. She's from Earth too. And she was part of the Justice Society.
They need to get the girl from Euphoria to play Power Girl.
Which Cassie? I cannot stand you.
What?
You're
she's blonde.
She got some big ass titties.
No, she's blonde.
It's like, she's blonde. I mean, she can fit it.
She can play the perfect role.
I'm sure. She's not old enough.
But
I did think that it was funny too how they kept the of America out of Justice Society, because imagine if your team is named the Justice Society of America and you go to this third world country and start fucking like policing everything.
That's why they did it. I'm 100% sure that's why they didn't do that.
The entire country was like, long live the champion. Like they were on Black Adam's side, and then these Americans come over
and trying to fuck him up and trying to like take him away.
This is how we're gonna do this shit.
Pretty much. That's what Hawkman's energy was the whole time. Like
he was
there's different ways to do this.
But we're gonna do it our way, the good old American way.
Yeah, I'm 100% positive. Sure, I agree with you.
They made a good call.
Yeah, great call. So what do you give it?
Shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of y'all. You know, I wasn't even gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. I will say, why don't you give me yours, motherfucker?
8 out of 10.
Okay, that's what I was gonna give it.
Solid 8 out of 10.
I was teeter-tottering between 8 or 7.5, just because, I mean, The Rock can't act. But also, I knew that before watching the movie. So I was like, I'm not going to go in here and be upset because The Rock can't act.
Right.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, like, just Cyclone. Like, every scene she was in, I was like, mommy.
Beautiful girl.
Oh, my God. And her hair was, like, magnificent the entire time, too.
Didn't look like a bad wig.
Yeah, no.
Like,
and you could tell, like, because she had it, like, up, and then throughout the film, like, they really paid attention because it started, like, coming out, and it was flowy, and all that shit.
Puffy as hell at the end. Yeah. Solid movie. go see it if you haven't. If you watch this, we probably spoiled most of it for you, but there's a lot that we didn't talk about that I would highly recommend going to see it. And it's a great launch to the new DCEU.
I'm surprised they didn't with them adding Hawkman, they better add fucking Hawk Girl. Well, they'll probably call her Hawk Woman.
They will.
But they better. And they better make her ass a redhead. I want my redheaded mommy.
Who?
Miss Shara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Poison Ivy.
Why would I talk about Poison Ivy?
She's a redheaded mommy too.
Well, I'm talking about the Hawks.
Oh, okay.
She's probably dead. They always kill that bitch off. She's the only one who ever dies.
So what do you think the future holds? Like, do you think this is
I think it's all downhill from here.
It may be.
I mean, who knows? I mean, we've still got Aquaman coming out, maybe eventually. What else do they have? Is that it?
They've got
The Flash.
The Flash coming out. They threw out Batgirl.
They threw out a finished movie.
Aquaman, and there's talks of Man of Steel 2.
Oh yeah.
So those are hopefully good movies to, and The Flash is supposed to redo everything.
Yeah, hopefully.
To the point where
I need a Green Lantern movie.
See, I personally think they're done with Ezra Miller. So when they do the Flash movie at the end of that, I bet you it'll be a new Flash.
Probably, hopefully.
Because there's talks of the guy who does the CW Flash being
Grant.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that.
I love it.
He can stay on
I
TV.
love the Flash.
I know, but he doesn't really that sounds like a douchey thing to say.
Go ahead.
He doesn't really give me movie actor vibes. Like I feel like he was cast on the CW for a reason. And before that, he was on Glee. So
he was working out his chops. He's got it.
Yeah,
he's got it.
He can keep working it out.
But hopefully
he can keep discovering himself.
Hopefully it'll be all right, because I'm really excited about the future of the DCEU.
Yeah. Like I said, they just need to keep expanding on their shit. I mean, I'd love to see a Justice Society film.
Me too.
With like more of the members, like I said, Power Girl, Keep Cyclone. They have a Stargirl show. She's also part of that team. I'm not gonna say no to more Cyclone and Hawkman content ever.
Yeah, and when I say DC needs to copy Marvel's formula for movies, do it with the shows as well. Like intertwine, make a Hawkman show.
Yeah, just not the CW shows.
No. Those are
stop with the CW.
No, that whole universe.
I'm begging you.
They are not that bad.
Oh my God, I swear.
The Flash was good.
For a motherfucker who comes on here and bitches every week about CGI, you really
the
out
Flash
here standing.
is good. Justin, have you seen the Flash?
Yeah.
It's all right, ain't it?
The CW shows are. I wasn't really big into DC.
They got you into it, didn't it?
The Arrow is what got me.
Arrow. I couldn't get past
My name is
the first
Oliver Queen,
season.
and for 5 years I've been trapped. That shit
Dude, that's better than I'm Barry Allen and I'm the fastest man alive.
Like, don't go advertising that, honey. You keep that shit to you keep that shit a surprise.
But the future looks bright. I hope it does.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be pissed off.
I don't know if The Rock is just talking his shit, but I mean, he makes it seem like he's right there in that fucking director's board. Like,
yeah, he
setting out a plan.
He got everybody to, like Aquaman, Ben Affleck. Apparently, all of them are on board. So maybe future Batman films. So it's kind of annoying that you have two different like Batmans.
Yeah, I was fine with Ben Affleck.
I was fine with him too. I didn't think he did a bad job at all.
No, I mean I was fine with him like
going
leaving.
I like Robert Pattinson's Batman too, but
I'm definitely fine with Gal no longer playing Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I mean the only ones I
back.
really The only one I really cared for was Henry Cavill as Superman and Jason Momoa as Aquaman. And Amber Heard was a great Mira, but shit on one too many beds. Yeah.
She shits on people's beds, ruining men's lives.
We're not going to get too deep into that.
But that's, those are DC's hires.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
But yeah.
They love their abusers over there.
So if you like the movie, like the video, comment. What did you think of the movie? Did you think we went too high with the fucking rating? I don't think I did.
I think it was solid.
Yeah, I did too. So fuck you if you leave a bad comment. But go ahead and leave the comment anyway. We want to know. Justin, you need to go see this.
I'm probably gonna go see it after.
Hell yeah.
After this.
All right.
Did you watch it, Sean? Probably not.
No, Sean's like, nah.
He said it has black in the name. I'm good.
Yeah, he's not black. But all right, that's been another episode of Movie House Next Door. I'm Sherrod.
And I'm Noah.
I'm Justin.
You got Sean on the sound. We out.
What? Oh, just some movie.
You like movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite movie?
You know what we should do? We should start being like and subscribe. Maybe.
Oh, fuck.
I forgot about that. I was listening
Why is
to
that like the video?
I was listening to the Scream one and the Jennifer's Body one. I was like, you know what we don't tell people to do?
Right. We'll do
we
it on
don't
this.
tell them to like rate us 5 stars or anything. I was like, we should probably start doing that. Well, if you're listening to our after show, like and subscribe. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. Huh?
How long was that?
48 minutes. There's a timer right there.
Oh, I didn't know if that was right. I didn't know when he started.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. He doesn't. Oh, but he'll pay attention to someone named Isis. Kind of weird.
It was my uncle's dog's name.
Your uncle's dog was named Isis?
Isis was a
Egyptian goddess, yeah.
Egyptian god,
I know that, but damn. They even changed her on a... Did you ever play Smite, that game?
No.
Smite, Battleground of the Gods. They had... They just have a whole bunch of mythology people and you fight each other. But Isis, they had her, but they changed her name. And I was like, I guess the terrorist group is really fucking shit up, huh? Like, we can't even...
They really never said her name.
They never did, no. They're just like, I guess you're just going to be nameless. They said the little boy's name about 100 times. That was most of her lines. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
She's like, we got to save my son. Remember his... I don't remember his name. Ahmed.
He's probably going to be a superhero or something.
I doubt it.
I bet that the cape was like a foreshadow. Like, he's going to be a hero too.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're a little hero, kid. Here's your cape. And she goes, statistically, not that many heroes wear capes, but sure. She was great. I loved her. I'm just glad they changed that goofy-ass costume.
Which one?
Cyclones. Have you ever seen her before?
She's like almost naked, isn't she?
Yeah, there's like this one comic where like almost has her whole pussy out.
Damn. Did
Cyclones
they
DC.
change her?
This one right here. Like, she's definitely not wearing panties. That's Alex Ross, I think. It looks like Alex Ross's art. But yeah, she got her whole cooter exposed.
Comic illustrators are pretty sexist.
Gross. Oh yeah, and they released this comic too in preparation for it, like with a new outfit and
Gender. I'm not gender, but race.
yeah.
You know, when I saw Cyclone, my mind instantly went to Red Tornado for some reason, and I was just like, did they just make a Red Tornado a fucking just human? But they said Cyclone. I was just like, oh, okay.
I love Cyclone. I liked how they because her whole thing too is that she was a fan of Wicked, the musical. So and that's why her costume looked like that with the red tights and all that. And so I like how they whenever she was going to Hawkman's estate, she had the little monkey backpack, the flying monkeys, and she had the short tights, the socks with the stripes on it. I was like, they're keeping the Wizard of Oz vibes. It was nice.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
She was talking about the costumes that they had.
Cyclone. She was in the comic. She was a fan of Wicked.
I was trying to think what she was in before.
That actress?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
She was in something.
Ooh, also I do wish that they kept his wings looking like organic wings, but the metal wings looked kind of cool too.
I did notice that.
Hawkman's.
It's like a suit. I mean, it's kind of magically appeared too.
Yeah, the nth metal.
Yeah.
So when we release this one, it'll be November.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what movies you guys thinking?
But November? Oh, we had them all. It was Wakanda Forever.
Okay, yeah.
Forever.
Toy Story, and The Dark Knight. And that's all in November. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do y'all seriously want to do that Killer Turkey one?
I was kind of joking about that.
No, I'm down. Anything to get rid of Batman.
We're doing Batman.
Killer Turkey.
And honestly, I watched The Dark Knight a couple of nights ago. There are some plot holes that I never saw
It's
before.
a Batman movie.
Shut up.
You think they're put together well? Yeah. They're just thrown together.